All right, club, let's go. Let's go live real quick. I want to review with you a couple of new things, a new podcast episode, the Simple Freedom Club overview, and exactly what I've done here in my marketing. I'm almost done, basically for the entire day. The only thing I have to do is shoot out an email, and I'm making the daily video right now. Right? If I wanted to do one video today, this is it. But I laid down some work on social media and content sharing before, and I call it content flipping. You know, you can do real estate flipping, buy a fixer upper, flip it, buy a car, fix it up, flip it. You can do the same thing with content. I want to show you what I've done this morning so you can model it pretty efficient way to keep messages out there, keep images out there, and keep invitations out there that work for you 24/7. So let me get rid of this window, and I want to review with you what I've done this morning so you can model it in your business. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. I'm not going to go in order. I'm going to show you the finished product so far, and then what I continue to do right now is I've already laid out some content, some copywriting, and some promotion. I've laid it out first on social media, only on Facebook so far. And then now I'm doing a video of what I've done, right? That's going to be part of the content flipping as well. All these pieces independently are marketing messages, entertainment messages, training messages that I put all over the place so that people can keep finding value in something interesting, and then they are all laced with a little breadcrumb trail, right? Copycat marketing 101, a breadcrumb trail that if they're interested in more information and joining the club for free to check us out, they're going to see a link easily available to them without me having a hard sales line to, right? So let me show you what it looks like here almost at the end. So I'm going to make this video. This will be the video piece. Then here's the next parts that I do after this. I take the video and I create a blog post with the video featured on it. So basically a video blog, but on my blog over at simplefreedom.com. So now that will mean that I have a piece of content on my YouTube channel. I turn that same content into new content on my blog, and then I hit my email list with a reminder to every subscriber on my email list that I've put a new podcast episode on the podcast, new content to review on my Facebook, and new content to review, new training to review on my blog and in my YouTube channel. So those four spaces, the podcast, my Facebook, in this case, my Facebook. Now, the stuff that I do on Facebook, I alter a little bit and stick it on my Instagram account because some people, you never know what platform they like better. Some people are more into their Instagram, less they prefer Facebook. Other people prefer YouTube. Me as a consumer, if I'm consuming information, looking for content that I can then share with other people and get a laugh or get some interesting stuff out there or get some matrix, blue pill, red pill stuff out there, I prefer, if I'm looking for straight up content, there's some YouTube channels that I follow. I prefer YouTube channels over like going to people's blogs. That's just me. I also prefer visual. I go to Instagram first before I hit Facebook a lot of times. Facebook, there's a whole bunch of distractions, take you left, take you right, take you all over the place. Instagram is a little more focused. So that's the same reason why I take, when I create or share my content, I like to put it on all major platforms. Some people like Twitter. Even these days, they prefer Twitter. You know, I go to Twitter when I'm breaking down news. If I'm looking for current events, politics, or whatever, there are certain journalist, independent media, or high social media platforms so that people can consume the information the way they like to consume it. When I'm doing passive stuff, when I'm taking a break, when I'm at the gym, when I'm taking a walk, walking the dog, taking a drive, you know, whatever, I prefer podcast. There's some YouTube channels that I follow that convert their YouTube channel content into podcast. If I know they're doing that, I would listen to the podcast first if I'm doing any of those mobile things, because I don't like it when I start getting slow bandwidth and stuff and YouTube videos begin to stagger and stall and all that. So I prefer YouTube channels to consume content. But if I'm at a location that's not steady streaming, then I will revert to podcast as my number one form of passive education, learning. Sometimes I just listen to content, whether I agree or don't agree with the information being conveyed. I listen to podcasts and watch YouTube channels for the delivery, the cadence, the style, the way they set up their content, the way they do it. Some people like to review articles. Some people like to have some notes that you don't see on the screen, like PowerPoints, but they have it on a different screen, on a different device. So they're speaking to you into the camera, but maybe they're showing you little picture in picture, highlights or headlines, or sharing information, or just going off their notes on a different. And there's other people too that do it completely different. You never see them on camera. They use like generic pictures from whatever. There's some pluses and minuses to that, obviously. But the one strength that I find is they don't have to worry about losing their place, forgetting what they're saying, whatever. When you're freelance, when you're just free flowing on a video, it's a whole different world. They can create a script of a video with absolutely great, specific, deep content, and because they wrote it out before, they don't miss the part of the promotion of their product, their coaching program, their this, their that. They sometimes when you're just free flowing, you forget your call to actions. Our model is deliver content, then a promotion. Just like the television has accustomed us to doing, right? They give you free content, then they promote something. Free content, break for commercials. Free content, break for commercials. And in YouTube videos or in podcasts, people use the same format. The people that use just visual images or slideshows and they are not on camera, they can script out their video, completely cover everything they want to cover, and they're not going to forget anything. So that's the benefit of doing that style. So I like to follow really good content producers that have different styles and talk about different things, and I get ideas from all of them. All right, so having said that, let me go over to Facebook real quick. On my Now look at the difference in how I post stuff. If I have a club group, meaning where members go to get content that they can share, images that they can use in their own marketing, and training ideas, you break down ideas so they can learn a concept and then go take action. I post this picture in my club group, and it's more of a training lesson and also an update to members, right? But I give them an image. When you're even when you're a club member of Simple Freedom Club, part of the product that is delivered to you, part of the product that you pay for as a $35 one-time member, there's no monthly fees here, $25 commission on that 35, pretty cool comp plan for affiliate marketing. So anyway, part of the product that you're paying for is this kind of image, content, and copy that you can take directly to your social media or your blog or whatever and post. All right, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We give you these images. So this one, Simple Freedom Club, number one mission is to give you two things. Number one, solid internet marketing training. Number two, a stable system that makes you money long term. Right? And then you could see the generic branding to the club, but not to any individual affiliate, no links on it or anything. Our affiliate members can just take this and spread it in whatever they're doing. Now, the way I use the post is I used it as an update for members, right? So I let them know, hey, there's a new podcast episode ready now at simplefreedompodcast.com. And then I go on to give them a review, right? And I remind them to bookmark the Simple Freedom blog at simplefreedom.com. That's the platform that I use to load up training, copy, images, and content to help you in business, marketing, and life. I share different stuff, not only my content. I share content about weightlifting, working out, fitness, supplementation, nutrition, this, that, your immune system, and marketing, and business, and news, and different red pill, blue pill stuff out there that people have an interest in when they join our club. We attract some pretty crazy, independent thinking, rebellious people, right? So I give content about that. And of course, training content, tutorials, step-by-step videos, and all that is laced with, again, the breadcrumb trail style of direct response marketing. If they want more information about joining the club for free, or freedom leverage, how to make full-time cash flow in a simple system that I sell for them, whatever the offer is, the invitation, it's laced in that content. And they can, if they're interested, they're big boys and big girls, man. I'm not going to chase people and overly sales hack them, right? They know, they see a link, they click on it, and they can go and jump in a funnel and go through the information. So for my members, I give them updates as to where new content is at, simplefreedompodcast.com. Plug yourself into the podcast, listen to the show. I take our video content from the YouTube channel and I break it down, convert it into an MP3 audio file, and upload it to the podcast. So now the same thing, because that's what I do. Sometimes it's more convenient, or it streams better, to just watch a YouTube video or let it play listening to it as I'm driving around or whatever, or working out or walking or whatever I'm doing. Other times, YouTube, it's too slow, it's clunky. So if I have the podcast version of that YouTube channel, then I go over and I jump on the podcast and listen to that. It's a smaller file, it streams beautifully on any podcast app. Right? So that's what I do with our own content here. I turn our video content into podcast episodes. And so you can grab that for free at simplefreedompodcast.com. Then I remind them to bookmark the training blog as well, because I go a little bit deeper on the written part of the training blog, and there's more content that I share from other content providers that help us in our mission here of what we're doing in general with Simple Freedom Club, helping people empower themselves. And it could be nutrition, it could be working out, getting yourself back in shape, doing a whole host of things, and nothing else will be in line in your life. Everything will crumble, everything. So get your cash flow together, get your health together, be in shape, a whole host of things that I share on my blog. So that's at simplefreedom.com. That's another free platform for you to get information. So that's how I use this info. And then I remind people, if you have any questions, just post in this club. Just post a comment. Or if it's a more private kind of question, text me. Right? The fastest way to get your questions and comments to me is by texting my cell phone at 760-271-2810. If you're international, you need another way to do it the easiest way, man. My email, it's franco@gmail.com, and I give them that. And I let them know about Facebook Messenger, because a lot of people see this on Facebook, and obviously the quickest way for them right there is to send me a Facebook message. And that's okay, but it's slower, because sometimes Domshevik Facebook, these people at Facebook, man, tell you what, they hide messages. They'll stick them in weird other folders. I don't get to them for days. I don't see them. You know, and my page, my profile, this, that, they get lost in the shuffle if we're not already linked as friends on Facebook. And a lot of people just getting free information or becoming members. We're not personal friends on Facebook yet, so your message gets lost sometimes. So the fastest way is texting. If you're available to text me direct, that's the fastest way, or email. Email is universal, even international people. Weird apps and stuff like this, man, if we need to get on the phone or whatever, then we could talk about, FaceTime, WhatsApp, Skype, all that crap. But see what I mean? It gets too many. I don't look at everything. Some people want, Telegram or whatever, and it just gets too much. So the phone and email is the fastest way, right? So that's the way I post something in the club, in the group. So if you go to my personal Facebook and friend me up or follow me on my personal Facebook, and this is where you can see the same image that I posted, but a totally different vibe to my post, right? Because this is for the people that follow me in general, and I just created what I call a little breadcrumb trail for this image. I let the image do the talking. There is the same image, right? But the post is very simple, guys. Hashtag Simple Freedom Club equals mindset plus skill set. The goal, cash flow independence. Create your own work. Your work creates your own cash flow. Keep it simple. Join the club free. That's my call to action. Who's going to argue with that? Who's got 15,000 questions about that? It's okay to have those questions. We'll address them. But join free first. If you're not willing to do that, go through the funnel, see the offer page right here. And if you read and watch this quick little 11-minute video, right, and you read the headline, 100% commission, and the subheadline, for me to answer or take my personal time and answer any questions, right? If they're not willing to meet me at free, and you're not even a good prospect for it anyway to begin with, I don't want you in the club. It's going to be like pulling teeth, hurting cats, this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's just not for you yet, right? So that's what I expect. You have to put some expectations out there too that are realistic, right? So anyway, it goes through that, and then it says keep it simple, and then I give them the link to the free platforms where they can simmer in our content. And then they always know they can join the club for free. See, what you give away, you always get to keep. right? So I give away the free platforms, simplefreedompodcast.com. If they like it, they're going to create a free member account, and then we can take it from there. Simplefreedom.info, that's the YouTube channel. If they like that, they're going to create a free account. We can take it from there. Okay, step by step marketing. Direct response marketing is all about selling the very next step and the very next step only. Only. I'm not talking about full-time income here. I'm not talking about the price point of the comp plan. I'm not talking about, I know I'm putting this in front primarily. I'm putting this in front of other internet marketers, other affiliate marketers, other network marketers, right? And we're all under house arrest right now in this quarantine, so I know they're home. They got a little bit of time. So I'm putting in front of a crowd that is always consuming this kind of content and buying this kind of product or service or membership. That's the crowd that I go for. Now, I'll get some outliers, some totally brand new people, and we're set up to handle them too, but I understand, my expectation is, I understand it's going to take longer terms of time for them to get accustomed to our style, this model, what is affiliate marketing, how do you make money with this, and to create enough trust in the concept itself to even create a free account, right? So I lay down enough content for them, and they can simmer in our content sauce for a long time if they want to, right? But that's the way I use breadcrumb trail content and content flipping. What's content flipping? Well, now I created this content for you, right? You can take this content and you can flip it and use it yourself. Right? So that's how I post on my Facebook, so my members can follow and see me actually posting, actually marketing, actually promoting. How do I do it? So now they can model. But look, not every post is about, hey, Simple Freedom Club, right? Not every post. What I've been doing these days, of course, I know where people's attention is at. So earlier, 40 minutes ago, it says here, I posted this headline because I think this headline works to what we do and what we teach people, right? So the headline is a CNBC.com headline that I saw on Drudge Report, right? Where do you go for your raw material? Where do you go for your raw material? I go to zerohedge.com and Drudge Report. Look at all these headlines, guys. You don't need to learn copywriting. It's all right here for you. Drudge pays these people a lot of money to take very complex articles and break it into a simple little headline that's powerful. You can learn a lot of good copywriting skills just by watching the headline work of Drudge Report, right? So anyway, long story short, so I come here, it says Bank of America, recession already here. Jobs will be lost, wealth destroyed. That's a hell of a headline for my purposes, right? I want to wake people up a little bit and offer them a different angle, a different solution. So I go over to the story. Here is the story. Bank of America says the recession is already here. Jobs will be lost. Wealth will be destroyed. I'm not messing with that professional copywriting, man. I'm just going to take it as is, right? So I click to share it on my Facebook. And the way that I do it, there's the story, right? Bank of America says the recession is already here. Jobs will be lost. Wealth will be destroyed. I share content and information that can sometimes, because people are so asleep, man, but sometimes a few of them in the blue pill matrix, they know something's weird. They're open. They make themselves open and available to a little red pill knowledge. And if they see something like this, they're going to go, hey, what's he talking about, right? And so then they see the post, right? It's not just sharing a link, but it's being a little creative and strategic in what you post and how you post it. So I start with the actual bottom line of the headline, right? Jobs will be lost, wealth will be destroyed, and everyone's under house arrest right now. Everyone's locked in their home. We're on lockdown, right? So then I write, only if you, and here's the purpose of this. My members can take what I do and immediately do it. And now we've got thousands of affiliates spreading some information in a certain way to get people in their feelings in a certain way about us. Okay? That's the art of it. The science is, do this, click here, go there, Drudge Report, pick a headline, post on social media, invite into or make them curious about Simple Freedom Club. How do you do that without overtly sales hacking or hyping stuff all the time, right? So in this example, there's a million ways to do it, but the way I do it here is my teammates can come here and straight up copy and swipe and deploy this thing, copy and paste it on their own, or depending on their own personality and how they speak and how they communicate, they can edit it a little bit so it sounds more like them. But this is pretty straightforward stuff, right? So it says, jobs will be lost, wealth will be destroyed, only, my 2 cents, only if you need to ask another human for work. Huh? Don't we all? Don't we all have to ask somebody else to give us work? Not really. If you have the skill set of creating your own work, you can stay on your hustle even during this period of house arrest. Okay? Stay on your focus. We are being introduced to a new normal. Hold on a second. Let me not die here choking. So it says stay on your focus. We're being introduced to a new normal. And yes, we are. If you can go a little bit deeper beneath the surface, we're being introduced right now. I mean, this is hardcore mandatory orientation training. The program inside the Matrix is going through an update. They're updating the software, the operating software that we live in. There is a new normal now. If you think things are going to go back 100% to how they were before, even when we kicked this thing's ass, you're naive. You're naive. It never happens that way. Right? So I write, stay on your focus. We're being introduced to a new normal. Things never go back 100% to how they were. The Matrix operating system is adjusting. They're updating the operating system that they use to rule you. Right? You can empower yourself by using this time to learn a new set of skills. Get in front of this change. Get in front of it. Lead yourself into it. And you gain more control, right? Because there's good news. These new skills that we teach inside the club, these new skills are not complicated and in many ways so much easier and simpler than what your old system required of you. What I do, man, look at what I'm going through right now, right? I create a piece of content and look for some stories, I share stuff, blah, 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 beady bing, beady bong. It's on YouTube, it's over here, it's over there, people see it, they come through the funnel, they join the club, and you get paid. And it's a lot less complicated. It's a lot easier to do from home, right? What even the president, go try to figure out a way to work from home. He says yesterday, right? Your kids are home. Help them learn from home. Online learning. Online work. Work from home. Telecommute, right?